What's up? You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Most High logic and passports up, everything else down. Mr. Man, the myth, the legend. My name is Yesh. Salute to all of y'all, man. Hopefully y'all can hear me with this mic on. Hopefully everything is connected correctly. Um, but yo, shout out to everybody buying this book. I get an uptick of 30 sales from this book. 30 sales is pretty good for me. I go through droughts, but this book right here changed your life, man. 30 Principles of New Power. If you like the 48 Laws of Power, um, is like a juxtaposition um, for principles that you can use. And you're like, how does Yes get to talk the way he do, mingle with people, and still be liked? This is a book that you all would need to operate like that and still implement the power that you should have. Like, for instance, I got a quote in here. It says, let not stagnation of hierarchy delimit your layers of skill. You heard me say that on live streams before, but I said, let me put it in the book. Again, let not stagnation of hierarchy delimit your layers of skill. That means elevate your competency, expertise, and resultant. Um, just uh, just because somebody's in a position where they can talk down to you or anything like that, don't let them do that. Now, the one altering thing that Rail and I were talking about last night was sports, jobs, industries, fashion, and stuff like that. People can dull your skill or what you're good at, but in sports, if you're good, they can't steal from you. They can't hide it from you. You're just good, unless the referees. So it all depends on what sport. Like a sport like tennis, if you're good, you're good. Even the line judges can't. If you hitting that ball the way you should, even the line judges. And that, we was talking about Coco Golf and what she did yesterday, winning another title. First time American has won in like 10 years. So we were just talking about that, and it's just like with skill they can't like you could be racist, you could be bigotry, all of these terms, these modern terms for um it can't stop you in sports. But other things you got to find strategy and strategic ways to do it. Rex, what up, yo? He said blessings. Salute to you, Rex. Garfield, what up, yo? Brother Zeke, what up? Appreciate your brother Zeke on that Cash App. Appreciate Traveler Quadruple Four. He's always donating. Appreciate MG Virgie or Verde, however people say it. Um, but salute to them brothers. Salute to Mark B. All of these brothers. But y'all see that, yo. So um, his book is real intense. It's real matter of fact. Y'all know I talk like a matter of fact guy. Sometimes it's detrimental for to the point I'm trying to make, and it can get tensions hostile and but you see this, let me just give you an example. Principle 4, look at this. Pause the video and look at it, reread it, replay it on the playback. Principle 4, don't be vague. Communicating effectively while sharing enough information can be balanced, and that one approach is by being strategically open without overwhelming others or disclosing everything. And I'm big on that. I'm big on it. Y'all say I'm big on that. I give y'all the again, but that's a new power, and I implement that in my everyday life. It might go off better in everyday life than it would on the internet, of course, but it's still the same thing, right? Y'all hit the like button if y'all just coming in. For instance, if a CEO is developing a new country or a new company direction, right? They can communicate their vision and clarity. Like if you want to take your foreign woman in a different direction, you need to implement it, take her into a different direction. Or if you want to take the company that you started in a different direction, you got to know how to way to talk to the employees and say we want to go in this direction without actually destroying all of their morale and hope and seeking toward the future, man. So it's a dope read. I sat down and really for about what 7 months just delve into reading and understand the 48 laws of power and seeing how we can have new power where you can do certain things from the 40 now certain things from the 48 laws of power I do agree with, right? But there's others that I'm like that just don't apply to this modern day perspective and because writing those books and many of those examples, women didn't have were in the position that they were in those times. They weren't. So when you read that book, you got to people. You just couldn't. A man couldn't just get accused of something, and all of a sudden, his reputation is everything is on the line quickly. But now you have that. You see what I'm saying? So you got to implement new power. You see what I'm saying? So back then, men could abuse women. We don't want that. I don't want my sister being abused or something like that. But now you see that. So I put two extremes amongst each other, which is not extremes anymore. Women accusing men seems like is normal. Falsely accusing and domestic violence, that seems to be normal, but people are taking a stance against it. So just know that like you got to implement new forms and strategies and concepts and this everyday life, especially if you're a reader like me, especially if you're a guy like me. And I saw the video where TMI did. Shout out to TMI Santiago. Y'all go over it. He's over in Thailand right now. And I saw his video and I left a comment. Because he put something out of encouragement, saying that guys should look at everything from the context that their lives are in and go from there. Instead of waiting that you can earn or save 200,000 or now again, I get his point. But if you have no resources coming in, if your resources are not even at 40%, listen to what I'm saying, 40%. That's why guys wait till they get older to go over there, retire and stuff like that, who built up their pensions. They've accumulated so much time on a job or so they get to go overseas and they get to live. Um, but if you who are at 24, 25, no income coming in, you don't have YouTube income, you don't have TikTok income, you don't have books, you don't have films, you don't have nothing that could sustain you while being over there, I say do not do it if it's not at least, because the way you spin, you still from your Anglo brain. You guys spin like Anglos. You do. You do. We look at it like, oh, it's coming back to me tomorrow. Nah, you're not a hustler like that overseas. And I understand why they wouldn't jeopardize themselves to go overseas and put themselves in those positions, those precarious positions of resources, of seeking help. And no, they're not there. That's why they need to stay on somebody's job or because they don't have that hustle mentality. They don't. They don't have that wherewithal to get it like how you would in a Jersey, New York, or LA or somewhere where I got to get out there and get it, whether I'm overseas or whether I'm domestic. So I suggest that if you don't need your income for people that can manage and stay disciplined, if it's not at least 40% of what you would make on your 9 to 5, and you can maintain that. Because again, we see foreigners living on less than that overseas. Even on your 40%, they live in way less than that. But you still got to think, you got to break generational curses. You got to break generational binds, holds, whatever you want to call them. You have to break it. And in order for you to break it, you have to learn to live like the locals. You have to. You have to. Where you just not grubbing and eating all day when you want to. Last time I checked, most of the guys that's going overseas, when they ready to eat or when they ready to, they just ready at that very moment. That's not how locals do. Locals do work and then meal preparation after. Hold on, let me repeat. Work and then meal preparation after. Whether they do what we call breakfast, if they do that, then that can start off their day. But most of the time when I'm over in these countries, I see that people eat at least twice a day. That's it. The max is twice a day. I literally see these people only eat twice a day. You, being from America, going overseas, nah. You eat 4 and 5 times, then you get fillers. You get the cookies, you get the honey buns, you get the snacks. You can't stop eating during the day. Hell, when you're working, you're bringing a bag of snacks with you. So that's not how they live overseas. They don't operate like that. The max I've seen them eat, and I'm talking about fillers, because the filler might be a meal. The filler with a banana or fruit or a coconut or something like that, that might be their filler. Your fillers, crazy. He said, even in Europe, is a coffee, no food for breakfast. Exactly. These people in the States, nah, that ain't. In the United States of America, nah. You tell them they can't eat, they're going to start saying, oh, I got a headache. I feel groggy. I feel angry. Notice the terms that they use when a lot of them don't eat. Notice the terms that they use when a lot of them don't eat. Oh, I have a headache. There's times where I go a whole day and a half without touching a meal. People will tell you. They're like, Yesh really lives like this. I don't just do it on camera and off camera. I really live like this, bro. You can call me skinny all day. I don't care. That doesn't bother me. Now, other elements that in my past come up from eating unhealthy, okay, cool. I have to deal with it the older I get. But right now, in my current time, let me clear this up, because you guys like to use words against people. And this is why stuff pan out for me in the long run. If I've eaten things in my lifetime that were detrimental to my health, but at the time I didn't know, right? That is going to be a foreshadow for my future, and I could possibly stop it, or could possibly stop it, because I started eating healthier in the years I am now, right? That will be the circumstances that I have to approach when that time comes. But as of now, eating crazily and just devouring everything. Y'all know I don't eat pork, never eaten pork, um, shellfish, shrimp, all of that type of stuff. I don't like it. I don't like it. I was taught not to like it. So if I had something back in my day and I didn't know, but intentionally, as an adult, since I've been yay high, I've not intentionally eaten any of these things. Now, if something was slipped up there in the meal that's cooked in that and it had something, because I'm telling you, I was a human garbage disposal. That's literally my name. He said angry sounded like Cookie Monster. Hilarious. Now that's funny. So, um, I was a human. I would go to, me and Ray was talking about that last night. He said, man, I can't believe you were eating like that. And I never gained weight. That's amazing. I would go to McDonald's and eat 10 McDoubles. I would literally go to a barbecue and eat like 15 quarter legs. 15 quarter legs. Y'all know how big quarter legs are? It's to the point that people, girlfriends and their wives will say, don't bring Yesh. My nickname is, my street name is Stretch. They say, don't bring Stretch over here. And I'm like, why they don't want me over there? And so I started getting smart and hip to the game. I said, yo, I got money for y'all. I drop it. Yo, y'all need money for that food? I got y'all. And I hit them off with a bunch of money. So now I'll be in the barbecue devouring everything and everybody watching me. But that's how much I used to eat. The most Big Macs I ate in one sitting, I think I ate, the max Big Macs I ate was like 6 Big Macs. I know I ate 4 in front of people and they recorded it. I ate 4 back to back. I ate a whole pan. This is crazy, right? It was a big pan of macaroni and cheese. I ate the whole pan of macaroni and cheese, the entire pan, along with everything else. I've eaten pans of dressing by myself. So my stomach line is messed up, of course. So again, what I used to do in my past might affect my future. But luckily I stopped because I might have saved my life early. Because you know what pops up later. You know, that's just how things are. So that's why they always say go to the doctor so you can catch it, and I agree. Um, I used to finish like big pots of that can feed at least like seven people. I used to eat big pots of spaghetti. I'm talking about that feed 7 people. I used to devour them, and my family used to look at him like, "Yo, how does he not gain weight?" So I can't explain it. I can't explain it, but I stopped eating like that. So now, isn't this crazy? I eat probably like once a day and might have a banana or filler or something like that, or might have. But I told you, my motto is water in the morning, wine at night. So if I drink wine all day long, I mean, water all day long, when I drink wine at night, is going to true wine, not all that, not that fake wine. As no, I'm talking about the true essence of wine that is made to help with things in your stomach, your gut. So not none of that. All right, hopefully I'm back. Am I back? Am I back? Hit one if y'all can still see me again. I was getting a call. Hit one. Hit one if y'all can see me and hear me clear through this mic, because y'all won't say that my mic is messed up now. Y'all still let me continue to talk. Okay, I just got a message. Y'all must can't hear me, so I'm gonna end the live stream. Okay, 'cause I don't want no hiccups. So I don't see nobody putting nothing, so I must be messed up. Yeah, I must be messed up. Nobody's saying nothing. All right, I catch them on a rebound.